talk some MMA right now. This ain't my area expertise, so I'm gonna let my man at television, and I'm gonna let this young brother right here. Y'all could talk it out. Let me just get the right view. Let me get the right view. Hold up.
My man,
hey,
Q.
It's my guy. It's my guy.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we here. Hold on once. Let me get the right view for y'all. Hold up.
Y'all hear me clear? Y'all hear me clear? Everything good? Y'all hear me clear?
I hear you loud and clear. G, what up, my nigga? What's good?
What up, nigga? Awesome.
What's good, G?
Awesome sauce. What up?
G, G, listen. G coming. Hold up, G. Look at G setup though. G is lit.
Yo, my nigga, let me tell you something. Now, let me tell you something before I start.
Yeah.
I just want to give y'all some flowers right now. Yo, I know you just brought me in now, and I know you had a previous famous boxer, awesome boxer before, but to witness the end half of the conversation with Sphinx, yo, B, that shit right there is fucking epic right there. You guys had the fucking you guys had the opportunity to fucking have this person speak about his opinions on these moments. He's beaten the greatest boxers in the world that we love. He's beaten them. And you guys had him here. So, shout out to Drunk Sports Talk.
Appreciate that, my
niggas
guy.
is fucking really moving right now.
We outside, G. We outside.
Y'all inside, but y'all outside.
Yeah, we're inside, but outside.
Let's take a shot. Let's take a shot for Drunk Sports Talk. Corey Spinks and Peter Quinlan and my nigga.
I got my beer here. Cheers.
Let's go.
All right,
Let's go. Tequila.
Cheers. Take a shot for you. Take a shot for you. Let's go.
Ooh. All right.
Oh boy.
Let's get down to business, man. I want y'all to break down the last weekend MMA card for me.
Man.
Well, before that, I want to say something. No damage on what Sphinx said, but I'm gonna say something about that damaged retina stuff. My man Michael Bisping won a championship with one eye.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you something. You know, if you brought me in here for UFC, I'm gonna tell you something about UFC. These animals are different animals.
Yes.
These men that choose to they don't wrestle in fucking shorts. They wrestle in underwear. You know what I'm saying? Like two, they don't. And respects the art of knowing how to throw hands is painting a beautiful picture. But the art of being able to dodge everything that your opponent can throw, hands, left, feet, grab you, choke you, bring you down, wrestle you, have a fucking, my man Bisping got a broken eye from Anderson Silva off a leg kick, and he kept going until he won a championship. Right now, he's on a podcast. He pulls his eyeball out every now and then. It's
got a glass eye.
So, not to take off from what Sphinx said, but as being a UFC fan, the reason I became a diehard fan is for one reason and one reason only. These motherfuckers die hard.
Hell yeah.
They die in that ring. I've never seen anything like that. Like this weekend, this fight that took place, that towel should have been thrown in a long time ago. In my opinion, they were outclassed from the jump. The minute Eminem came out with Eminem came out with Bud, that nigga, you saw his face. He was like, oh shit. He's about to, after that first round, it was downloaded.
Somebody put a meme out that Terrence Crawford couldn't afford
Eminem
to rap it. He had to go out to the recorded version.
No, I think he was respectful, and he found a hood nigga that was on a come up, and he tried to shout him out. This is what you do. I think that was some real respectful shit. My thing was the energy in the building. You two guys are in front of 60,000 people right now. You guys are about to get it on and fight. I think that energy, from the first round, what was downloaded from Crawford was amazing. He downloaded everything he needed to download, and all he did was push forward and even relaxed in the 8th round until he saw an opportunity in the 9th to exploit it. So what he did was he showed why in that weight class, whether it be 154 or not, I think that fighting, when I see UFC, is really a mental thing. Fighting is 85. Going to work is 90% getting there, right? Fighting is 90% getting there. How you get there is here. How you get there is here with everybody you face. And this weekend in UFC, we saw that shit, yo. This weekend UFC was fucking lit, yo.
And then to piggyback on what you said when you opening statements, when you said these guys fight with underwear on, look what Derek Lewis did. He won that fight with a flying knee.
That's a shit though, right?
Yeah,
Derek Lewis, he takes off his off his cup and he throws his cup in the crowd.
Is hot. He's like, my balls is hot.
And fans eat his cup up. Big pause. Big pause.
Pause. Big pause.
My man.
Super gay move. That fan that grabs this nigga cup and goes, "Hey, yo, he's gay for life." Yo,
oh man.
Yo, but since you opened up with Derek Lewis, Derek Lewis did an amazing thing. But you know why he did that, right? You know, he lost last of his 5-6 or something like that, right? You know, and not only that, that was his contract up fight. That was his last fight on his contract.
Yeah, he was 2-3 in his last 5 fights.
If he didn't perform this way, and you know, he has the bad stigma on him.
Yeah,
he can't win at home. Whenever he's at home, he always loses. Every time it's a big match, every time somebody's in front of him, Derek Lewis always loses. But you know what? You can't bet on him on. You can't bet on him losing. No, you can't bet on him losing.
I love him because he's so real. Like he said, even when he won the fight in the first round in 33 seconds.
He got a 6-pack right now.
Yeah.
Yo, son, you know how big he is? He got a 6-pack right now. Yo, son, that's amazing.
Yeah, and he out here throwing flying knees, and he even said it. He's like, I just do whatever bullshit I could, and he won the fight. That's why I love him. That's why I want him to be a champ.
He's all cat.
Yo, so
that nigga like that.
So I'm gonna ask both of y'all a question because I watch UFC, but I'll front. I watch the main event shit. Y'all watch everything,
y'all hardcores.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Y'all hardcore dudes. So I know that Alex and the other dude, Jan or whatever, Jan, whatever. Yeah, they fought. So Alex, So Alex won the fight, right? But like he's a newcomer. He only fought 10 fights, 8-2, right? Other dude fought like 29. You got like 29 and 10.
29, 10 and 1, yeah.
So yeah, you can do whatever you want. So
high sports talk.
High sports talk. So now, who do you think out of that? So he won. Do you think that was just because he was just a fighter who didn't have enough fights, and then he fought a fighter who had too many fights? UFC's brutal as shit. Is that why you think he won that? So if they would have a rematch,
if you go, the rematch.
I'm asking your opinion. I'm asking your opinion if they would happen to fight again.
I'm gonna tell you something. Besides the controversial W that Piera got, Alex Piera got the controversial W.
Very controversial.
All right, you can have that. Besides that, I'm gonna tell you something. You say 10 fights. I only thought 7 or 8. I'm gonna tell you something. The way UFC has learned to build fighters up is completely different from what they used to do. Yes. They used to throw new fighters. Yo, Justin Gaethje fought Poirier with his 3rd fight. Yes. Understand this. They used to throw new fighters. If you're really good, let me throw them against the best no matter what.
Yes.
So with Piera, before Piera fought Blachowicz, he fought Adesanya. And what happened? First fight, knocked the nigga out. Second fight, got knocked the fuck out. Listen, the 3 fights before that knocked all his victims out. So what they did with him, they didn't put him in fights that he could ever lose. They put him in fights where they thought if they rolled the dice, it could happen. He could win.
Yes.
See, Blachowicz, the problem is, I'm going to tell you, you know why the judges gave Alex the fight? And it's not because of the UFC. It's not because of the UFC dichotomy. The dichotomy is if you didn't beat the champion, you ain't the champion. And that goes for everybody who's a regular fighter. If I'm on the come up and I got 9 fights straight, if you didn't beat me straight up, you ain't beat me at all. So I don't care how many punches you got off. I don't care if you brought me down 10 times. If I broke your jaw with 1 punch, the judges are going to give it to me because they're going to see that I got 9 fights and I broke your jaw with 1 punch. This is the UFC dictionary. The reason Jan lost and he will keep losing is because he's old.
Yeah, and look what Dana White. What's Dana White's most famous quote in the UFC? Don't leave the match to the judges in the scorecards.
What are you doing? You're a fighter. What did Masvidal say when he came from Mexico? He said, when I came from Mexico, they told me something. I learned something. He said, in order for me to start winning these fights, because I lost 5 out of 4, what the fuck is going on? It's all decisions. I got to start knocking niggas out. And what he did the first fight after that, he gave Ben Askren a knee to the face.
The fastest knockout at that point in history.
But you gotta understand that, I understand why Jan, he lost because he's old. Jan
was winning that fight, bro. Jan was on him.
He was tired. He was breathing hard. son, if you 250, yo, let's call a spade, guys. Yo, at the weigh-ins, they have to weigh 205 because that's what you have to fight at. That means your body is drained. So you know what you regularly walk around with or fighter it is at least 20, 30 pounds more. Yo, when it comes to Alex, I think his weigh-ins was 205, but his weight is probably 225. When it comes to Blachowicz, I guarantee his weight is like 255. That's another 20 pounds you walk around with, got to put weight on. If you ain't conditioned to deal with that weight, what's going to happen? The judges are going to look at you like you're tired. And if you get ever hit once or a knee, that's it.
Let me ask you, G, who you honestly thought won that fight? Because in my opinion, this is just me, I felt like John won that fight because he was on in the first round. Last round, I felt like Alex won the second round for sure. So I want to hear your thoughts. Maybe it's me, I'm tripping, but I thought like Jan won that fight.
Who won that fight is exactly who the UFC say won that fight. No, you know what?
Well said.
And you know what?
Well said.
No, but it's only for one reason. It's not because who was the better fighter that night. It's because of the reality of the business. It's just like boxing in some sense. Reality of the business is my man's 41. And the way he looked that night, if we give him another fight, who are we going to give him? 5, 6, 7? We can't give him 1, 2, 3. So we know we can give Alex 1, 2, 3. We know, even though he got brought down, he got beat up. You know what that takes? That takes a little homework. You go home, you learn how to wrestle, you keep battling it off. You still had energy to keep going. He goes 5 rounds. He's a kickboxer. You got to understand, but Jan is the Polish power. I will knock you the fuck out 3 rounds. That's what Jan does. For me, I noticed that they were out. It was 2 different leagues. And you put an old man against a man that was just on his prime.
And just had a belt.
Is on his prime though. He just had a belt.
He just had a belt.
Prime. He's in his prime.
Yeah. Talking about prime and talking about old guys. You know who I felt bad for watching? And I love this guy for so many years. Tony, man. Tony, he was on a 5-fight losing streak and then losing to Bobby Green like the way he did. I'm like, dude, and you know, for years people ducked Tony. People ducked Tony for years. Tony,
Tony reminds me of Cowboy Cerrone. I love these fighters, but you know what the problem is? We recognize that they fought people that they were kind of out. They outclassed them. This is different when you pick up sand, throw the elbows. All right. Everybody has to notice, in my opinion, just with the Blachowicz situation. Fighters get out past their prime.
Yeah, of course.
When Tony fought Gagey and Gagey, you clearly saw it in the fight. When Tony was taking punches to the head, the way he was shaking his head like this and like blowing his nose, but still keeping his hand up, that was a person not in tune with his body and his brain.
Yes.
His body knows to fight, but his brain was saying, no. Tony is past his prime. Yeah. And it's really sad if UFC even offers him another fight.
I think he's done.
He has to.
I think he's done.
Bobby Green beat you. No disrespect, Bobby.
No disrespect.
Bobby like he's a shooter.
Yeah.
But, Bobby, he's not a good fighter, son. Bobby gets beat, bro.
You remember Tony was on a 12-fight winning streak. 12-fight winning streak. And a lot of people ducked Tony during that 12-fight winning streak. If he would have fought Bobby during that 12-fight winning streak, he would have knocked Bobby's block off. But like seeing him lose these last 6 fights is like, Tony, you gotta hang it up, my brother, because as much as I love Tony, he just doesn't have it in him no more. Because you could tell he just gave up that fight.
Well, it's not only giving up. Like I said, body and brain got to connect.
Yeah, true.
Body and brain got to connect, and not only that, you got to realize, like I said, UFC is not stupid. They know how to match people up in the right way, and if things go right when it comes to playing in the puppet strings hands, then it's going to go the way they go, and they needed Bobby Green to win. So Bobby Green will. We got 10 minutes, so let's go down the card. Chiesa and Kevin Holland. What you thought about that? Chiesa and Kevin Holland.
I kind of knew Kevin Holland was gonna kind of pull that off. I just didn't know he was gonna win like in a rare naked choke.
What do you mean? Chiesa hasn't fought in about 2 or 3 years. Chiesa's been an analyst. He hasn't done nothing. He only the last fight that he took, he got knocked the fuck out by Hamzat.
Who Holland?
No, Chiesa.
Yeah,
last fight he took.
Yeah, and remember, last fight Holland had was against the same individual.
That's why they put him together.
Yeah, so I knew Kevin Holland had something to prove because the way he lost to Hazmat the last fight, he lost to him so easy. Like, you remember that fight? He came in, put him in the submission, that was over.
You know what it is, and I don't want to spend too much time on this because
a
matter of fact, I'll spend exactly 4 minutes because it deserves that. Yo, these Russian people, because we got to do the last 5. I'm really good with this shit. Yo, we got to do the last 5 for Dustin Poirier and Gaethje. But
yes.
I'm gonna tell you, with these Russian people, they wrestle bears. This is not a joke. These people,
Sambo. That Sambo shit is no joke.
No, we live in a community. People, whatever, chill, go to the bodega. You know, we wrestle thugs and niggas with guns.
Facts.
They wrestle bears and they wrestle animals. And when I tell you that,
that's crazy.
It's their father. It's their father putting into beating their ass, being a fucking, some of us don't grow up with that bullshit, right? We don't have a dad, but they really have pops sitting right there. No, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, and then you have the religious aspect of it. Half of these people that are really dominant people in the UFC that got championships, they are religious monsters. I don't know if their God is better than my God, but their God does something for them. So
look at.
But their mindset, we can't even understand. So you know why they beat our champions so easily? Because their mind. I think it's because our champions can't deal with their mindset. Like in that moment, you're like, oh my God, God is behind him, not me. What you mean? You feel like that because he goes so hard. He just drank goat's blood last night. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas go so hard opening shit and goat's blood.
That's nigga GK.
Nah, I disagree because I'm pretty but then if you want to say something like that, then I could quickly just bring out somebody like Mike Tyson who didn't even he didn't even spar, do nothing, train, fuck bitches, do whatever he wanted to do.
Mike Tyson right now. No. You're living in 98, live in 2023, and I'm going to ask you something. Find me a nigga. All right, Gervonta Davis. Maybe that's the closest one. Find me a nigga like that dominant right now. That dominant, that don't look like he chokes chickens or something. I'm saying
Terrence Crawford.
Niggas look like they do extra shit to get championships.
We just showed someone. Like, Terrence Crawford just looked like he could just fight anybody. Like, he just showed it on Saturday.
True. But he's always looked like that. He's a guy with a 40-0 record. No. I'm talking about. I'm saying something in a difference where Terrence Crawford actually looked like he had competition. When you look at these fights, right? When you matched up Khabib and Conor McGregor, do you know the pay-per-view values? Everybody actually thought that this Irishman can beat this wrestler from fucking Dagestan.
That's the difference. But that's the difference. See, like,
Crawford.
All right, and this is my quick rebuttal on how different how UFC is depending on what boxing is, right? I'm just saying, because because UFC there's multiple fighting styles. Boxing, they got a box, and they has one job. I just gotta outbox this dude.
I fuck with Jake Paul though, because Jake Paul.
You fuck with Jake Paul, son.
See, but with UFC, there's multiple things that has to happen for the fight to go right. Like, you might fucking catch, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure your next segue is gonna go into the fucking kick that Gaethje just threw that came out of nowhere and won me $80. That shit won me $80 because I was tight and I was like, this shit gotta be 1-1. But now my question to both of y'all, because y'all watch UFC like a motherfucker, and I just watch the main events. So now, if this does go down to 3, 2-part question. If this does go down to 3, number one, how do you think the fight's gonna take? Like, you both think they're gonna just keep fighting like they were fighting in the first 2 fights, or do you think one of them are actually gonna play their specific advantage to their abilities, like how they usually do? Because one of them can wrestle and the other one can't. Are they gonna actually do that the next fight to see who wins it?
What you mean can't?
Both of them can't wrestle.
You're comparing accolades. You're comparing Gaethje's accolades to the fact that he has a couple medals in wrestling and all that, saying that Poirier can't wrestle. One, Poirier does have a black in jiu-jitsu, but Poirier does wrestle. So to say
he just chooses to fight with the hands. He just chooses.
All right. Go ahead, B. So who wins on the rubber match? Go. You go, Ed.
I feel like I'm first. Let me continue with this match. Like Justin came out of nowhere with that kick. If you was watching that fight, I feel like it was going into Dustin's hands. I feel like Dustin's gonna wash him again. But then that kick came out of nowhere, and I'm like, yo,
Did it really though? Did it really though? Did it really though? Did it really though? Think about the round it came in. Think about their not tied.
Let him finish, G. Like, can we let Ed talk first? Like,
yo, G hype right now, G. I love
G
it.
I love it. I love it. Yo,
Ed came in. My man
I love it too. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good shit right here.
My man came out like Peter Quinn.
This is good shit.
First round.
This is great.
Yo, I love it.
I'm just asking, like, when you really you watched it once, maybe. If you watch it twice, right? I don't think you're gonna feel the same way you're feeling right now, B. Poirier had it, but was it that he had it the same way he beat fucking Dustin the first time? Was a clinic. Dustin stood up for himself, but there's a difference when the bully is not strong enough to beat you up and you're just being tough and the bully outclasses you. Dustin was being Dustin, B. But Poirier wasn't the same Poirier. Yo, he took those punches a little differently.
So what we talking about? Because like you're confusing me saying Dustin or Justin
because it's Dustin and Justin, so I get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because Justin just won and Dustin won the first one. So
let's use last name. Let's use last names.
Poirier. This is why they do that. Gagey and Poirier.
How Gagey engaged in Dustin Poirier in the second fight? How he engaged in him? How he took those punches? In my opinion. He did it to set up what was going to connect. No, it was what was going to connect. All Whitman trains, you got to understand, Whitman, all he does is train hands. He had fucking Kamaru Usman, who is just a wrestler, and all of a sudden, he knocks out Masvidal. He breaks Kobe Covington's jaw. You know, you got to understand that Whitman trains hands. I don't know. Maybe he's not the best. Maybe he's not up there, but he trains hands. So the fact of the matter is, Dustin's been training hands to not only take a shot. You could take it. Dustin Poirier is cross-eyed. Yes. That nigga could take a shot.
Yes,
but
he can.
It's not taking.
Is he really?
Shot. Yeah. You didn't see him. His fucking eyes are cut.
He Tracy McGrady type shit. Yeah.
It's not taking a shot. It's the fact of how you deliver it back, and that's what it was. In my opinion, it was the same fight as the first fight. The only difference was my cardio. You thought you was gonna beat me up. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna block things from you, and when I get that time, then I'm gonna expose any absence that you're not blocking. I'm gonna expose every absence that you're not blocking.
True. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I just thought, like, coming into this fight, I thought Poirier was gonna come in just like the same fight and win this fight. When Gagey came in. And you saw Gagey's adjustment, like he was saying.
You got to drop the G. Great Gagey.
Gagey. Sorry. I suck at pronounce his name. Gagey. When he came in, you could tell he adjusted well to this fight. That's why when he won the way he won, I was on the train and I jumped out of my seat. I was like, holy shit, he fucking knocked him out. Like I couldn't believe it. But if they do, like to answer Q question, if they do go to a rubber match. To be honest, the way this match ended, I don't even know. To be honest, my purest opinion, I don't know who can win this fight because I'm gonna go with Poirier all the time. But the way Justin came in, I don't know. Like it
Poirier wins the second. Poirier wins the third fight.
Poirier wins the third fight.
Yo, what's crazy is like this is a type of these are the type of fights I
unless
like.
Justin is
like because I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like I do, like I understand, I totally respect UFC, but like for me, like when I see these fighters like pound and ground, they punch each other in the face, they give each other the respect, you know what I mean? Like, and they know one of them has the upper hand, they can use it any one of their times. That's always that, like that, watching that fight, and I watched it, and to be honest, I didn't want to watch it. Like I did ask, like it happened right after the Errol Spence fight.
You get cringe.
No, the Errol Spence fight, because I watched the undercards for the UFC fight, and then I watched Errol Spence fight. That shit ended early because we know what happened. And then I cut it off, and I'm like, yo, man, let me see, the UFC shit's going on. I'm like, oh shit, I'm just hopping on right into the Poirier fight. I'm like, all right, let's see how this goes on. First round was dope. I was like, this is crazy. I'm like, all right, these niggas really do fight. I'm like, all right, they keeping it thug. I'm like, all right, they keeping it real, like how they did before in the first fight.
Wait, why do you get bothered? Why do you get bothered? Where did you get bothered?
Because, no, because like that, I could see. No, I don't get bothered. I respect them because you know what they're not doing. They're not using because they both can wrestle. They just want to fight. They want to stand on their hands and just fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
They really didn't put nobody to the ground. Nobody tried to out wrestle nobody. Ain't nobody tried to put nobody into the arm bout. Which I understand. No, which I understand. You know, it's fun. It's technical. This is why I don't play UFC. And you know this, G.
You gotta understand, Charles Oliveira. You gotta understand, like, when niggas fight him, they get annoyed. Yo, you get annoyed by Khabib.
Yes.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and this is why I bring it to the point when And this is why I bring this to the point. When I saw that, it was like playing a UFC game.
If I ever fought you, I would be annoyed.
I saw that kick.
You may want to knock a nigga out, but if you find a way you're not gonna knock me out, you're probably gonna try to take me down to the ground. And the problem is, I'm gonna be annoyed. Like,
right.
Listen,
I call fat niggas, and they're annoying.
Mm-hmm. Listen, this is not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about Gage and Poirier.
But I'm telling you, this is why these niggas don't wrestle. They don't wrestle because and this is why I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm
exactly,
good at.
And this is why I respect them for it. Exactly, and this is why I respect them for it. And they fall hand in hand. I love it. And one dude just happened to throw a kick who wasn't ready for it.
It wasn't ready,
and knocked him out. I was like, yo.
I was like,
yo, that shit happened.
All right, so I know we gotta leave. It's past 11:02. But I will say, I think one of them should move up in weight class. I think that Poirier maybe should go to 170 and go deal with them niggas up there because he already fought the nigga, right? Like he can. I think he can. I think that Poirier could deal with Alex. I think that Poirier and Alex Volkanovski would be a dope fight.
Wow.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
No, I love that. You talking dirty.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
shit, I love that.
Poirier needs to go where his check is, and the fact of the matter is, I don't think Poirier's gonna touch the championship again. So beat these niggas up while you're going to the top, and just go ahead and show niggas, like, be the gatekeeper. Like, yo, you're done. Or that retire. Yo, you're fucking 36, 37 years old. Retire. You're on top. You beat Conor twice. They call it red panty night for a reason. Yo, you literally, you've touched millions of dollars 2-3 times off of just fighting one person. So it's like, you can retire and cap it up. If you're not gonna cap it up, disrupt the fucking league. Fuck the league up. Go fuck everybody up that thinks they're the greatest. Fuck Hamza Shemaiah up. Fuck all these niggas up. Go over there. Fuck Alex up. Go over there. Why not? Deal with 170. You dealt with 170 before. Like, you done this. Like, yo, we seen Weidman. Weidman was sitting there at 185.
Oh my God.
And besides him breaking his leg, he was the championship.
Yep.
Like we seen this shit before. Yo, go up your way, fuck this shit up, and then get your money and be out.
Word up.
Your fucking hot sauce, and it's all good. I need to order some of that shit.
With that being said, let's wrap it up.
Yo, we're gonna do it right now.
Yo, thank y'all for having me.
No.